Hi everyone, I'm back today to show you how you can alter a simple chocolate bar and create these pull-out reveal chocolate boxes. They're really quick to make if you want to make any for Christmas, but you can alter the papers to make them for any time of year. I'm using Mintay collections and these are two that I've already made. The way they work, and the angle on this is a bit tricky to show you, but the chocolate is inside and stays with inside the box until you pull on the strings, ribbon, and out comes the chocolate bar, and it will stay within there, and then you can just slide the chocolate bar out from beyond the ribbon, and as you push it back in, the chocolate bar is hidden again, and that is the little reveal part. Sorry that that's a bit tricky to show on the camera. So if I now tilt this back down so you can see it properly. Also, the weather outside today, as they say in the Christmas song, is frightful, so I haven't got a great amount of light, I'm afraid. I'm trying to do it with natural light, so I hope you can see this. So this first one I have done is with the Mintay Merry and Joy collection, and the second one is with Christmas Blessings. I've used the little advertising tabs off the bottoms of the 12x12 papers as a little sentiment, and I've decorated them up. So this one has got the little cute deer. I've added some gingerbread stars there, little peppermint swirls, a little bit poinsettia, my ribbon, and a good old little doily on there. Then I've popped some glitter on, I don't know whether you can see that, just a little touch, and some little pearl drops at the top just to add some interest. And on the second one, this is the Christmas Blessings one, this has got my little nutcracker, little ice skate there, some more gingerbread stars. At the back there's the snow globe with the tree in it, and some snowflakes and stars. More glitter and some pearls too. It takes very little papers to make this, and just a few of your fussy cut images. So I'm going to show you how to make it and how easy it is and how you can alter it to alter the chocolate bar to make your own chocolate bar reveal card, because you can use it as a card as well, because on the back you've got plenty of room to write a message. You could use them as table settings, you can hang them on the bottom of a tree if you've got a big tree, or you can alter them to make smaller chocolate bars so you can hang as decorations if you want to. So I'll show you what you need. So the bar I'm using, this is a 90-gram Terry's Orange chocolate bar. So it's only a slimish one. You can get 100 grams as well. That'll also fit in this box. I'm just using this one because I just wanted something slim. But you can size this up, just resize. I'm going to show you how to resize whichever chocolate bar you've got. So the way I size this is, just get my ruler to show you. So whatever size your chocolate bar is, this is all how you need to measure it. So you need to measure the side, so you need the side measurement. So I've gone that roughly this bar will fit in a 1/2 inch sized box. So you do this with any bar that you've got. So then I wrote down 1/2 inch. Then I measured across the front, and I reckon that I could get it in a 3 1/4 inch box. So then I popped my can you see that? 3 1/4 as my next measurement. Then moving round, I needed another 1/2 for the other side of the box. Let me just turn that over there. There it is there. 1/2, 3 1/4, then a 1/2, and then I turned over, and I need another 3 1/4 to fit in there. That's my 3 1/4. And then just to make sure I can join it, I added 1/2 inch for a tab. So whatever size chocolate bar, if you go with this way of measuring, do your side, decide what side that is, write it down. This one, do the front, whatever size that is that you could fit it within, add 1/4 inch if you're not sure. Pop that down, that will be your second measurement. Turn it again, another side, then the back, and then whatever it is, add 1/2 inch on for your tab. So that's how you get your width going round. To get your length, you need to measure your chocolate bar. I don't bother about whether these pieces of the wrapper will stick out because they're going to squash down. So I just roughly get that on there, and I worked out that mine would be 6 3/4. So I've got here length 6 3/4. Then, because I need 1/2 inch for my width and 1/2 inch for a tab, I added another inch on for the bottom of the box. So that made, when I added these totals up, it made 7 3/4 for my bottom of my box by 8. And that's how I got my measurements. So whatever size your bar is, if you do that same going round the bar, then your length, and add the inch on, you will have the perfect size for your chocolate bar. So then what I did was I drew out my measurements. So if you've got a 190 or 100 gram bar, like this, a skinny one, then this will fit your box, your bar, especially if you've got the Terry's orange one. So I added all these together and I got my total. And then I made it easier for my scoreboard. So my card size is 7 3/4 by 8. And I scored at 1/2 inch, so there's my 1/2 inch. And then 1/2 inch plus 3 1/4 was 3 3/4, so another score line. Then another 1/2 inch makes me 4 1/4. And then my other 3 1/4 gets me to 7 1/2, and there's my 1/2 inch tab. So that's how I did that. Then on my, this is the bottom of my box, I scored in, this is the 1 inch that you've sorted out, I scored at 1 inch all the way across and 1/2 inch all the way across. And then I just cut it to the blue lines. So you can see my score lines, and then you can see how I've cut that out. And what you end up with, I'll just put this so you can see above this white, is this piece of card here. So there was my 1/2 inch, my other 1/2 inch for my box sides, my tab, and my little cut off pieces there so I can fold it. So that's what I'm left with. So just while that's there, I'm going to score on all my, burnish my fold score lines. And this one you really want to do quite firmly, because you want it to sit nicely and the mechanism to work. I'm going to pop mine like that. And then make sure you fold up these little tabs at the bottom too. And this piece that's going to make the bottom of your box. So there we go, all done nice and easily. Then you just need to pop some tape on. So on this piece with the tabs, just pop some red line tape from the bottom to the, or the top to the bottom of that one, and along that little tab there that I've got at the bottom there sticking out. There's my first piece. I need a small piece on this tiny little tab over here. And then on this piece that you've cut the notches out of there, following the pattern. Let me find the end of the tape. I'm going to pop another piece over there like so. Oh, it's just gone dark outside. It's like it's going to throw it down again. So there's my bits of tape. So the way to stick this together is you want to get those two little tabs and take your tape off. And attach those, because you're just making your box. Make that around to make the corner of the bottom of your box. Then take this little tab piece off and fold that round to make the bottom of your box. Sorry, off camera. There we go. Squeeze those two, and then just take this tab and fold that in to complete this bottom section of the box there. And you can just take a ruler if you want to, pop it inside, and you can give that a good push at the bottom to create that part. Then all you have left is this piece here. You can pull your backing off, and then, sorry, line that up. It's always hard to line up when it's right close to you. Line that up, give that a little bit of a squish with your ruler, and there you have your box. I'm a little bit over there, so I'm just going to give that a bit of a trim off. There we go. Okay, so there you've got like a little slim box with one end's closed and one end is open, and then when you get your chocolate bar, it will fit inside just like so. Okay, so all you need to do then is decorate it. Now for this last one, I have got, just move that out of the way for a minute, from what's it called, Time of Wonder, which is Mintay's lovely collection from a couple of years ago. This is literally all I've got left. Lots of fussy cuts and small pieces of papers. So I've grabbed some pieces out of that because it just shows you what you can make out of your scraps. I'll just leave that on the screen just in case you want to take measurements. I've put here chocolate box reveal for a 90 100 gram bar, and then you can resize yourself if you've got a bigger bar of chocolate. So let's get rid of that now. So because I didn't have any large pieces that fit this length of box, I'm going to patch it. So I've got this piece and then a spare piece down here. So for starters, I'm going to stick that on. Now this is the first piece you will need to pop on here because you need to make a hole. So put your backing on first. So I'm going to stick mine like that. Just get these bits of tape off. Pop some on there. Oops, this is not my best tape, but it will do. Then pop this one on. And this is going to go, I'm going to do this over the top here. So the bottom of my box, decide which is your front and your back, and I'm just going to add my little piece of paper there to the front, and then to make it fit, I think the edges too, I'm just going to pop this one over the top like so to get that one onto there, and that is my box. I'm not bothered about this bit at the bottom because I'll cover some pieces up with that, so that's okay, that's on. Now all you need to do is eyeball at the top of the box about ½ an inch down where the centre is. Just going to pop a little circle there, and with your hole punch squash your box too and make a hole through both pieces. I'm just bringing my crocodile here for a second and punch a hole through there. So now I've got a hole through the front and the back of the box. So now it's down for decorating. So I've got a little doily. I love using these doilies to break things up, break up the layers, but because it is quite light, you can't see it very much. So I have got two very tiny offcuts of the papers. So I've got these and I'm just going to slot them underneath there as though that was one big panel. So that's how I'm going to work that out. Just layer this up first to start with. I've got two pieces that I've cut from the papers, and I've got one that I'm going to probably pop down here, and another one, thinking on there, I should have made that hole afterwards. I am going to pop that one there. So let me just turn that over and let's just see if I can rejig that bit there. So I want to put a hole through there now. Now I've decided to do it that way. I'm just going to make a mark on there, on the back of my piece of paper, which hopefully you can see that. And I will remake a hole on there. This is just winging it as I go. Let's pop that on there, make a hole, and hopefully when I now pop that over my hole, there we go, that will fit okay through there. So that's how I'm going to do that. That looks fine. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just trim a little piece of that, so just bear with me a second. I'll give it a bit higher up. Perfect. Okay, so that's how I'm going to do that piece. So let's pop that on for starters then, because I know I want that on there. So I'm just going to glue that down. I've inked the edges really quickly with some distress ink, and I'm going to pop that around there, find my hole again, put that onto my box over a smidge. There we go, that will do, and that is now on there. Happy with that. Okay, here's my corner piece. I'm not sure where I'm going to put that at the moment, but it's going to easily cover my patched area. So first of all, I'm going to angle these two pieces of burgundy card that I want to pop on. Let's pop that like that, because just popping a piece of coloured card behind just helps to break up the pinks from this light doily. So I'm just going to pop that there. Not using much glue at all really, I'm just eyeballing as I go, and I'm doing it at an angle because it's nice to have some things over the edge. So there we go, and then I'm going to just pop this doily in the middle like so, and nobody knows that that's not a full piece. That fits fine. Okay, so we're on with that one. Bringing back in this side piece now. I've got that here. I'm going to probably put that on there, I think, and I'm going to pop it on with a little bit of card, and all I use is some packaging, which we have got plenty of at this time of year, so it's well worth using this. So I'm going to just cut a couple of strips of that. They should do from there, because I find this is much easier than using your foam pads. Well, not necessarily much easier, but definitely much cheaper, and you can decide how thick or thin you want your cardboard. I'm going to pop mine like that, I think, and I'm going to have that piece down, so that just gives me a little bit more of a layer. So let's pop that on. Just a little bit of glue on there. I'll have that one stuck down, maybe that one too, and that will cover up nicely where I've patched those papers, and nobody could tell that I've patched at all. Give that a minute to grab. That's looking nice. Then I've got my little nutcracker on a little background frame, so I'm going to pop him there, but also to make him pop off the background, I've got another little frame here that I've added another scrap of green card behind, because it was just literally a frame that I'd cut out. So I've taken some of the green from my scraps of paper, and just popping that behind gives me another little dark part to stand out against. So I'll pop that down, just get that in position where I want it. I think there's good. Yeah, there's good, all at different angles. Give that a good push down, and then on this one I've already added some card, so I'll pop this one down, and that will cover up my doily areas. Just going to put my hand inside there and just make sure that it's going to stick, like so. Happy with that. Oops. A good squish. There we go. Okay. And all I've got left now is the name of the collection from the bottom of the papers that I'm going to stick across there. Again, I've popped some more pieces of scrap card on the bottom of there. So let's pop that on. Just give that a moment to grab. There we go. And one thing I've got left is one big poinsettia there. Do I want to pop that on there? I do quite like that. I think it'll even out with my frame there, so I'm going to pop that on too. This one, let's pop another little piece of card on him. See how that feels there. Do you want it that way? Or do you want it that way, I think. And I'm going to pop some glue on that one. Make sure I don't cover that up. And that will do, I think. Oops, sorry, back the camera there. Pop that on there. Just give that a moment to grab. And that is my little decorated box so far, just from scraps. So it just shows you what you can do with all your bits and pieces. Now, to make the mechanism, which is super easy, all you need is some ribbon. Now, the way I've measured the ribbon is 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, roughly, my box. So what you want to do now is pop your piece of ribbon through your holes. Roughly get those to the same size on either side, and then you can see that is how the ribbon is through there. Take your chocolate bar and push it down on top of that ribbon, pushing the ribbon down with it. There goes the ribbon, and it's now inside there. Even up these pieces so that you've got the same amount on either side. There we go, like so. Keep your bar of chocolate well and truly inside there, and knot your ribbon. And then while it's inside there and quite tightly in there, knot it again. So that now is not coming anywhere. There's your ribbon inside. Now grab your tails, get them the way you want them, the right way, and straighten them up, get to where you want a nice length, and pop a knot through the two. That's going to be your hanging piece, and I'm just going to trim those off at an angle. There we go. Now your chocolate bar is holding in there nice and steady, you can see, but when you want to pull it out, you can pull your chocolate bar out and it's still holding, it won't fall out. And then when you want to push it in, you can push it back in and it reholds again. So just to finish that off, I have got a little ribbon here, bow. I'm just going to, in the same colour, pop some tape on the back of this. I quite like tape for doing this because you can at least see where it's going to go. And you don't want it going over the hole on here. So if you are going to put a ribbon bow, you don't want to put it over this piece of the mechanism because this is going to pull up. So pop your ribbon in nicely and put it beneath your hole. It just needs to go just beneath the hole. So that way it's better than doing it this way than with some glue. And there you have your lovely little decorated chocolate box. You can pop some pearls on, pop some glitter glue on there. I've just added it wherever I think on mine. You've got some nice little layers going on, and it really is a pretty little gift that you can either give to a neighbour or pop on your Christmas table or around your tree. So just to show you those three now. There's my one with Merry and Joy, and there is my Christmas blessings. They all look different and they all look lovely, and they're all from hardly any papers at all. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you do, please give me a like, and if you can subscribe, that's great. And hopefully I'll be back with another video soon. So thanks for watching, and if I don't see you before Christmas, Merry Christmas. Thanks a lot. Bye.